Setting up bank rules in Xero will save you a lot of time when reconciling your bank account. They're perfect if you regularly buy something for your business and pay for the transaction straight away, so there's no bill or invoice to pay later. Here we look at an example of buying petrol for a business vehicle. We use different petrol stations: Shell, BP, Esso, whatever's convenient. You can modify this rule to apply to restaurants, stationers, whatever works for your business. So let's take a look. Looking at my bank statement in Xero, I can see several transactions to different petrol stations. I don't want to manually create transactions on the reconcile screen every time. I'll create a rule so I can reconcile them with one click. I'll start from the dashboard. Click this overflow menu and select Bank Rules. You can create rules for when you spend or receive money, or even when you transfer money between bank accounts. Here I want a spend money rule. Click Create Rule. The first section is where we set the conditions for the rule. When Xero looks at a bank statement line, it uses conditions here to decide if the rule is relevant. Choose one of the fields that appears on the bank statement line. I'll choose Payee. Here we can be specific or general depending on what we want. I'll select Contains. And I'll type Shell. This means I want this rule to apply if the payee on the bank statement contains the word Shell. The rule will work if the statement says Shell, Royal Dutch Shell, Shell Petroleum. You get the idea. We can add more conditions. I'll add other petrol stations. In this example, it's important to select any conditions match. This means the rule will work if the payee on the statement contains any of these. Set the contact you want to use when you record the transaction in Xero. If you wanted, you could create just one generic petrol station contact to use for all of these. Here, I'll use whatever contact is on the bank statement. Whatever I spend at these petrol stations, there's no fixed amount. It's all just for petrol. Enter a description for your Xero transactions. Select the account to use. Here I'll use motor vehicle expenses, but you might have a specific account for fuel. Set a reference to use when you record the transaction in Xero. Again, I'll use whatever reference appears on the bank statement. Choose which bank account you want the rule to work on. Usually you want your rules to apply on all accounts. And finally, give the rule a name. Make it obvious. I like to include the account we'll code it to. And save. Now, when you reconcile, you can apply these rules to create and reconcile the transaction in a single click. I hope you found this useful. Thanks so much for watching.